Hello. When we talk about being successful, usually we talk about being financially comfortable, having a car or cars, a home, a family, a well paying job, and good health. However, there are usually challenges when those features of our lives are out of balance. I'm sharing this information with you because there was a time when I was riding the wave of success and I crashed. I crashed because there was no harmony in my life. So, for over 40s and people who are aspiring to be business people, to be successful men and women, this is for you. I'm going to be looking at the importance of being aligned and being balanced when it comes to work, health, self, and just the social aspect of life. What I did was a mistake that cost me dearly. I would work 20 hours being at the office as early as 6 in the morning and leaving after 10. I was running a practice. I was a non executive director of quite a number of companies, and being a Black woman, I was in demand. I also had other social responsibilities. I just had no life to myself. What also happened was that I did not even find time just to go to gym, to take a walk, or maybe wake up in the morning, take it easy quietly, and then get ready for work. I was a machine. I kept going. I didn't have social life. I love music, but I didn't even attend concerts for that matter. I didn't go to the movies. I hardly read just a nourishing book. Instead, I would be tucking into law reports, preparing for cases, making agent applications. I was just pumping and moving like a machine. There was a time when I boarded a wrong flight. The flight was supposed to take 50 minutes so that we land. However, I boarded this flight. I think we were halfway when somehow I thought to myself, why is this flight taking so long? We should have landed. I drew the attention of the air hostess to her horror. From Joburg, I was on a Cape Town flight, a 2-hour flight, instead of Joburg to Durban, which is 50 minutes. I was absent minded, stressed, mentally exhausted, just not being aware. Also, because I used to travel a lot, I would wake up in a hotel and think, where am I? Because I would be moving from one place to another. It was a very sorry situation. The results were that my health was compromised to such an extent that when I had heart failure, I could hardly make my bed. After some time, I was also diagnosed with mild asthma. that was because I was just going on like a machine, not looking after myself as I should. It was a mistake. It was a mistake that I wouldn't like any of you to make in the name of success, if success is just money. However, it is not just money, because after all, we may have piles of money, but when our health is compromised, that means nothing. The good news is that I bounced back. Obviously, I had to reset. I had to look at myself in a realistic manner and plan to be a new me and do things differently. That is good news. It is good news that I managed to bottom up, because there are people who are not usually in a fortunate position to bottom up. Balance in any manner, whether it is balance at work, socially, not overdoing anything is very important. We are quite fortunate that because we are now living in a digital world, a world of internet, things have become easy and simple. But there is the downside again of this technological advancement, because we can be so sucked into keeping up with a technologically advanced world that we compromise ourselves, that we forget how refreshing it is to just get up in the morning and walk and enjoy a fresh and crisp air. How nourishing it is just to touch base with family and friends. There is a danger there. There is a danger if we think that life is rich when we just keep on clicking and clicking and clicking and not even pausing to reflect on certain matters. There is a danger when we compromise just being aware and appreciating these little things that I have just pointed out. Again, modernity is challenging us to remember balance, to remember not forgetting that it is not just the external world that matters, that what also matters, it's the inner world, because after all, we are creators of reality. We create even the suffering that we go through. Some of you are aware that I have been making videos based on the lessons that I learned when I worked closely with Nelson Mandela. By the way, there is that drawing of his portrait there. He is my muse, he's my inspiration. I learned a lot when I worked with him. He makes an important point when it comes to money and success. Nelson Mandela says, money does not create success. He goes on to say, it is freedom to make success that matters. Freedom. He was very passionate about freedom. freedom from limited beliefs, freedom from fear of failure. He considered that he was a human being, an ordinary human being who failed, but he got up. Freedom from prejudices, freedom from self-doubt. These are limitations that we impose. And it is this freedom that allows us to blossom, to open up, to expand. And then money comes in. Ideas to make money freely flow in. I like that. And I think that is why I want to share this with you, because after hitting rock bottom, I had time to reflect, even to reflect and ponder on the lessons I learned when I worked closely with Nelson Mandela. Today, I am freely sharing this experience with you because it would be so good if you just became free from limitations, from self-doubt, from anything that confines you, just to be free and let things just flow. Money will come. Success will happen just as it is happening to me. I do count myself to be one of those lucky ones who hit rock bottom and bounce back. And I do hope that, particularly for the over 40s, 50s, 60s, it's not late to reset, to then be aware and realign our life in such a way that we are free to succeed, because that is what we are meant to be. That is who we are, free beings. I hope that this sharing is going to help you, depending on where you are, just to take something away and celebrate the free you, just as I am celebrating the free me. Do watch other videos that I have been shooting, and I look forward to actually hearing your comments. After all, we are beginning to be a community of sharers, a community of human beings who support one another. It's a global community. And just imagine, I don't know where you are if you are watching this video, but we are connected. We are connected because of the internet. This advancement that needs to be tempered with moderation. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be shooting the last video in 2024, wrapping up the lessons I learned when I worked together with Nelson Mandela. Thank you.